My name is Sam Simmons. I'm the Balvenie Global Ambassador. I get to travel the world and talk about beautiful whiskey with people who are interested in that. So what is single malt whiskey? It can be a complicated category, but it's really quite simple, really. Single malt Scotch whiskey. Whiskey is a fancy word for distilled beer, but it's basically mashing up a bunch of grains, adding water, adding yeast. The yeast converts the sugar in that mixture into alcohol, and then you distill it, you separate the alcohol from the water, and that concentrates it, and that's whiskey. Scotch whiskey is distilled beer from Scotland. Malt Scotch whiskey, distilled beer from Scotland, and malt is a lazy way of saying malted barley. And then single malt Scotch whiskey is distilled beer from Scotland, made of malted barley from a single distillery. It's a big category, and every distillery tastes slightly different and is made slightly differently, and that's the fun and that's the never-ending appeal of single malt Scotch whiskey. Blended whiskey is a bunch of different single malts mixed together. So a little bit of Balvenie, a little bit of Glenfiddich, a little bit of Lefroy, a little bit of Highland Park, whatever it might be, mixed together, filling up roughly that much of the bottle. And then the rest is grain whiskey. And that's a simpler spirit to make in terms of being labor intensive. It's just, you can continuously distill it. You can use different grains. You don't just use barley, but usually corn or maize, wheat, and distilled not in those beautiful copper pot stills you see for single malt, but in a grain continuous still, or a coffee still it's called. So it's less labor intensive, it's slightly cheaper to make, and it makes a lighter, more delicate spirit that when you mix with the rich flavors of single malt becomes more consistent and balanced and mellow, I suppose. The best place to start is to ask someone nearby who might know, who's holding up the bar somewhere else, what are you drinking, or to start somewhere that you recognize. You know, you see Glenfiddich all around the world. Try Glenfiddich, start chatting to the bartender and see if you can recommend something else. Remember that all the whiskeys taste slightly different, but in general terms, they'll go from sweet and fruity to rich and fruity maybe, or rich and honey, and then towards smokiness. So there's that spread of flavors. The only way to really get to know single malts is to try them. Yeah, well, I think drinking whiskey, the primary objective is pleasure, so drink it how you like. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If you want to drink it with ice, or you want to drink it with milk or with Red Bull, that's your business. But if you want to taste and appreciate whiskey, the best thing is to have it neat, probably, or with some water added. The water is going to reduce the strength, and you'll be able to smell and taste more of the nuances and subtleties in the whiskey, and you're getting it as it comes rather than having it mixed with ginger ale or something. But really the point of enjoying whiskey is to enjoy it, so enjoy it the way you like it.